You're watching CTOM TV. Knowledge is power.
So another new trial that was kind of exciting, and this is just up last week, so I wanted to include it. There's new stuff every day, almost literally in cancer. There's probably 300 different cancer symposiums every year internationally. The biggest one, ASCO, American Association of Clinical Oncologists, sometimes has 7,000 or 8,000 different abstracts. So, if your doctor says, "Oh, I went to ASCO 2020 or 2019," I guarantee you they did not look at the 8,000 different abstracts. They probably went to 5 or 6 different presentations and spent a bunch of time, going to wine and cheese meetings and so on. So it's important to understand that these 8,000 or so different abstracts all are based typically on a unique mutation and a unique combination of drugs for that mutation. So when you do your research for your set of mutations, you need to do it in real time because new drugs and data on new mutations changes literally daily. So this was just up last week, a drug called cabozantinib combined with a PD-1 inhibitor called atezolizumab in metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer. So in this particular trial, the disease control rate is a statistic we use. What it refers to is the types of responses you have. So when you're given a drug, it's stratified, the clinical trials stratify it by response rates. So a complete response is when, all of your tumors shrink. A partial response is when some of the tumors shrink, but others just stay the same. And then a stable disease is when the tumors don't shrink and don't grow. And then progressive disease is when the tumors grow, or some of the tumors grow. It's a little more complicated than that. They use, a size ratio of 30% and so on. But that's the general gist of the different responses in what we call the RECIST criteria for solid tumors. So the disease control rate is all of the positive responses, which are a complete response, a partial response, and a stable disease added together. And so 80% disease control rate is pretty good. And so those are patients with high-risk features, PTEN deletions, AKT signaling pathway mutations, something called the androgen receptor V7 or V9. So in this trial, 80% patients, the very high risk of response rate. So yeah, the response rate refers to how many patients responded, overall response rate. So in this particular study, 67% of patients had a PSA decline of at least 50%. So that's using the PSA scale. Some of those patients, PSA was not a good indicator, so you have to consider that too.
Thank you for watching CTOM TV. Subscribe below and stay informed.